Hey y'all, what's up? It's me again, Louis. Welcome to One Day Fix It. I hope I got a few people following me. Today we want to talk about investment properties. Got a couple topics written down. This is not property yet. Properties that you buy, but they're for rent. I mean, this might not pertain to a lot of situations, but I'm gonna break down from my experience of working for a lot of people who own properties and what I go to fix, and what mostly is always the issues. So, before I start, give me a like, subscribe, follow my videos. I put new videos out every day. I don't know everything, but I got a lot of experience under my belt, and I can put you onto a lot of things, things you might not know. Who knows? First, I want to start with your do's and don'ts. When you want to buy a rental property, you want to pay as cheap as possible. That's for sure. You want to put as less money into it as possible, for sure. So you're gonna look for the property you're buying. If it's worth the money you're spending, if you're gonna recoup your money, and how fast, and how much money you're gonna put into it. But when you buy rental properties, my personal opinion, this is my opinion, from my experience of working in the field of construction and seeing friends, in situations, and when you rent, depending what you're charging, regardless of what, remember, when you're in a business, you're in a business to make money. And a lot of problems that I find with people that own properties, they fix them the wrong way. They fix them like if it's their home, and it's not your home. It is a rental property for you to make money. You're in a business to make money. You're not in the business of spending money. So, my opinion, once again, all this is my opinion. When you get a house, right, and it's a rental property, we're gonna speak 100. I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I don't like no gray areas. I'm a black and white guy. I like everything crystal clear. There's a lot of stereotype, but it is what it is. And that's life. Move on, keep it pushing. Just, everybody stay in your lane. But certain neighborhoods, you can fix up a house a certain way, and you will get the money, even in bad neighborhoods. But remember, once again, it's a rental. I'm gonna tell you one way that's good, that saves you money, like on the long run, short term, even in short term. I did a barbershop once, and I made everything out of wood. One day I'm gonna take a picture and I'll post it on my Instagram or Facebook, whatever. But I'm gonna keep posting, and I'm getting my website started so I can post all my work that I've done in the past, what I can find. But I did a barbershop maybe about 15, 16, almost 20 years ago. On the floor, what I used was plywood. I used, it was like $40 a sheet. It has a good size. They use them to make cabinets, custom cabinets. It's not the best one, but it is a good wood. It's about 3/4, has a good smooth side and a rough side. So throughout the whole barbershop, I staggered it as if it was bricks, but on the floor. So remember, it's $40 a sheet. Even when you go to put a hardwood floor or anything down, the floor messed up, you have to do that anyway. But I bought the good one, and I sanded it, I stained it, and I gave it a shine. It's going on 18 years, the floor still looks good. I wish I had a picture now, but I'll post it on in the future. If you follow me, subscribe, you will see it. And I'm gonna actually do a video in there, because I did the paintwork, I did everything custom. It was a store and I changed it. Now, I say that to say this. It's a rental property. You're not worried about what it looked like. Regardless of what, it looks good. You could even use BX. As long as you sand it, you seal it, you paint it, it looks good. And let me tell you something. It lasts longer than hardwood floor. Once again, it's a rental. It's not for your house. Oh, that looks tacky, yes. You might think so. It looks rough. It actually looks rustic. For the walls, just drywall them. It's cheap. Drywall is very cheap, and somebody makes it, oh, you go fix it, spackle's done quick. But when people leave houses, and you have to wire them. You have to wire them, do new plumbing, and electric. That way you know what you have. A lot of stuff behind the walls be cracked, especially the drainage system. And they're cast iron, they break, they crack, you don't see them, they fix it. I've been to properties where people fix them, and the companies that I'm working for, they supervise all these houses. But the house, before they even tested the water, it was cracked behind the walls. Everything looked good. As soon as they turned the water on, everything was leaking. So you have to make sure that your plumbing is up to par. It's cheap anyway. Go plastic. If it's residential, it's cheap. It's not expensive. So get your drain system done, because the cast iron cracks in these old houses. Where I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, but a lot of cities they live the same way unless you live in a village somewhere or Lancaster or something like that. But the houses here are out of brick. So we talked about the plumbing, and you don't want to buy a house with siding or stucco. I told you that before. If you're covering the house, it's for a reason. You're not gonna, if you got a good body, you're not gonna cover it when you go to the beach. You're gonna show it off. So why would you cover something that, looks good? Make sure you check the plumbing, the electric, and if everything's good, remember, you try to spend the least money possible. So you want to buy a house that is not a headache. If you can afford it and you have the team to go in there and fix it, or you're experienced, hey, do what you do. Everything pays off in the long run anyway. Out here, I know that all situations are different, like I said before, but about neighborhoods and rental prices and all that, it exists, it's real, we're not gonna fake it, and all that to make it, it exists. I don't believe that it has to do with nationality, it has to do about, I guess, money. I believe that's a big issue. Money wants to stay around money, and that's how it is. But in the cities, you can rent. I know where I'm from, I would recommend fix the house, put it up to par, put in Section 8 or house it. Your money's guaranteed there. That's if you're dealing with a lot of properties. It's guaranteed. Your houses are up to par, everything's good. The Section 8 is not going to take your house unless it's up to par like it's supposed to be. And it doesn't mean you have to have a $20,000 kitchen. It means you need a kitchen with cabinets and a sink. And one thing that's really important, actually, when you have rentals, make sure you put back up hardwired battery, fire alarm, and carbon monoxide. That's real important, because that saves your property and the people inside your house. But back to Section 8 and housing and all that, I don't know what they call it in your city. That's what it's called in my city. And I have friends that do own a lot of them, and I ask them, and those are their answers to me, is because Section 8, your money's guaranteed in your account every month. And a lot of them say that what they do is take percentage of the rent, put it here, and take a little bit for you. But mostly everything goes back, and you keep it back into your business account for stuff that break down. If you take your rent and spend it, because I know a lot of people that do that, got a couple properties, they live outside their means. They might live very good, maybe better than me or some other people, but they're up to here. So you have to, when you grab your money, when you're renting properties, make sure you put a little bit for fixing stuff up, and the rest goes to whatever you want it to. Is your money. What you got to make sure when you have rental properties, everybody's trying to get paid fast. They're trying to, any little thing, they want to take you to court. When it shows, you better make sure you got some salt, and you got people out there shoveling all your properties. If you don't, it's going to backfire, and you have insurance and all that, but you have one person sue you today, a couple tomorrow, this, that, it becomes a headache. Plus, it's just a headache dealing with all that. Check the roofs, make sure everything's right, like I said, when you're buying a home. But rental properties, the whole point of me doing this video is to remember it's not about making the property look like your home. It's about you're making money. Unless you want to be someone, you just would like to look out for people, I guess, then you do what you do and what, makes your spirits good, feel good. But if you're in it because you're doing it for business and money, like everybody that, I'm not saying is anything wrong or different, but most likely when you buy properties to rent for investment properties to make a buck. And remember that at the end of the day and at the beginning of the day, it's about making a buck. It's not about, spending all this money. I believe you go in, make sure your windows are good, paint the house real nice, put a nice floor in, make it livable. Because, people don't take care of stuff like if it's their stuff, if it ain't their stuff. So, not that they're gonna destroy your stuff. Some people will. Some people, I haven't been to houses where they spray paint the whole house. For what reason, I have no clue, because the landlord didn't pay the rent, they had to throw them out, or, just different reasons. So, and most of the times you ain't gonna get your security deposit because they're gonna break something, or they've been there long enough, they're gonna break something. So remember, buy durable doors. A lot of people, what they do wrong is buying these hollow doors. You buy a hollow door, it's gonna break. You're gonna punch a hole through it. And make sure your spindles on your steps, they're up to code. Right now I'm going off the head. What I had written down, I already really spoke about it. So with that, I hope you learned something, and I wish everybody luck who's investing, and have a good day. But if you have any questions and you need any tips or any help from me, anything, you can contact me at my email, onedayfixit45@gmail.com, my Instagram, onedayfixit, my YouTube, onedayfixit. Subscribe, give me a like, and share my video. Thank you, and have a good night.